All right. We are here in our live stream. I am Coach, and I am hanging out with you guys. I hope that everybody's doing all right today. I'm flying solo today. I'm going to be doing some painting. So what I'd like to do is I was painting up from Crisis Protocol. Painting up the Black Widow. And then, if all goes well, I can paint Hair Skull here. And we will proceed from there. And if you're not doing anything, why don't you grab some brushes and let's go to town. Get some painting done. So I got them all mixed up. I want to start doing her hair. I just finished the eyes, which I'm pretty happy with. I want to make the collar come up a little bit more. And she had a plunging neckline, but I went just straight with regular. I couldn't get in there. So out of all these Crisis Protocol miniatures that I've been using or I've been painting, this one gave me the most trouble. Lots of gaps here. So lots of gaps here and here. Legs went together pretty good, but it was funny because the legs went together and then they had these straps. And, but here I just, I actually fill it in. I don't know what you guys used to fill in, but I've been using this stuff. All right. I've been using this stuff. The gloss varnish interior. I put it on and you put it into the crack. And what happens is instead of using green stuff and all that stuff, I put one coat in, it kind of fills up. Put the second coat in, it's a surface tension. You do a third one just in case. And within about 15 minutes, you fill up the gap and it looks pretty good. So far, so good. I don't know if you guys saw the video today, and I usually base my minis afterwards. So in research for that video, I decided to keep it on the base and get it going here. So, hey, what's up, ES? How are you? Hanging out. I hope you're painting. Hope you're doing well, staying safe here, and just having some fun here painting and whatnot. So I'm going to start painting, and then you guys want to throw some questions up, you want to hang out, that's what I'm here for. Just doing a little painting and whatnot. So, and I don't know about you, I'm getting on in years. I got to put on my double goggles to get some painting going here. So, I don't know who's in there right now, but are you using a wet palette? Because I got to tell you, I started using it about a year ago, and I love the damn thing. What's nice about it is not only when you blend, but you could just come back, like you can go to the bathroom or get a drink or something, come back, and the paint doesn't dry. I used to use a plate to do the painting, and now it's a lot better. All right, so far so good. Let that dry a second. So ES, what's going on with you? All right. Yeah, if you guys just tuning in, we're just doing a little painting here, trying to get the Black Widow done, getting ready for game with Crisis Protocols. Digging the game pretty much. I'm just going on. Hey, what's up there, Walter? Painting the Black Widow. And then hopefully I will get to the skull, Red Skull. Playing a little Crisis Protocol. You know, I would paint some Dead Zone minis, but I've painted everything, and you know, just I ran out of stuff from Dead Zone. Okay, Rogers Rangers and Iroquois Indians. Okay, now what game is that for? Is that like, I know a lot of people doing the French Indian War? Is that the same thing? ES. Walter, how's it going upstate, man? We're they're opening high schools in 2 weeks. I've been out of the high school since November. Yeah, same down here, man. We're they call, the special needs kids. A lot of them we call the District 75, and they went back on, I think, February 2nd. And actually, I know up by you guys, they're actually playing sports up there, and out here in Long Island, they're playing sports. But in the city, we just got approved, so the sports are going to start in April, and then I coach 3 sports. The thing is that those sports are they call them high risk sports. Football, wrestling, rugby. Those are the three I coach, and we're going to be allowed to start in April, and then in May we're allowed to have some scrimmages and competition and whatnot. So, looking forward to it. I like you guys to come down again, man. We get that Conquest of Triton going again. We had a good spot last year, but I don't know. The comic store has gotten bigger, and they got a lot more stuff in there. So I don't know if they have room for us. We might have to look for another venue down here. But now with COVID, a lot of places have closed down. So I don't know if I can get one of those abandoned storefronts, and we could have a competition in there. I know Andrew's still working at the comic store, so they could be. Let's see. So ES said nothing specific, but yeah, French and Indian Wars. That's cool. All right, I got to start doing my thing, showing here. Yeah, let's do that, and let's do this. That's cool. And what's up? Been painting some Legion for a friend and some odd WizKid stuff here and there. Now, is that the WizKid stuff that's like the HeroClix stuff, or is that like the superhero stuff that's not painted? That's the thing. Yeah, we were busting out some of the HeroClix the other day to maybe proxy them and then play Crisis Protocol with it. So, and let's see here. ES says they could be used for the War of 1812. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'd like to see that. Maybe throw that up in the in our Discord. If you could do that, that would be cool. We could see some of that stuff. I don't know why this is so blurry. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. Let's see if I do something like this. Like that. Is that better? Oh, wow. Yeah, all right. So, is this a painting hangout? If you want it to be. It's just a bunch of guys chilling. I'm doing some painting here. I'm by myself, Beetle, except for you guys. And, I'm going to change the definition. Let's see if that works. Is that better? No, huh? Yeah, I think we're on autofocus or something. Let's see. I don't know. It worked out last time, so possibly a venue up here. Keep you posted. Walter, you should run it. I like to play in it this time. I'll help you run it. If you want to do it together, we'll do it together. We'll get a bunch of guys to go up there. That would be cool. I know Joel is dying for a rematch after the conquest of Hadley. That was a lot of fun. So let's see here. D&D Unpainted. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, for D&D, that's pretty cool. And let's see. Dinosaur, some of the other stuff for Vanguard, if I get back into that. You know what? I got to tell you, I got 2 Kings of War armies. All right. I have a built dwarf army, and I have a ogre army that I have in the box that I didn't open because I was thinking to play ogres and stuff, but nobody over here is playing it. So one of the guys, actually the guy that you played in Triton, the second to last one before Joel for the championship, John, they've been playing King's War because they're old AOS guys. So I was thinking maybe kicking it with them, And let's see. Is that a gloss suit on a bodysuit? No, you know what that is? This is, I got to tell you, I can't rave about this stuff enough. The Steinel Res, okay? The Steinel Res, this one here is the black gloss, all right? I use this all the time. So instead of putting a black and then a gloss coat on, we just, I spray this and it looks good. I don't want to go too crazy with the detail because I think she looks sexy in this kind of black leather latex bodysuit here. So I'm just going to keep it as is, The pop-up feed is really lagged. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut here, So let's see who's this. Hey, what's up? Big time YouTube star here, Engineer Jeff, my boy Jeff, Ohio. How are you, man? Hope you and yours are doing well. We're doing all right here, Jeff. Hope you and the family are doing good. I know you we're all hurting here, staying inside. But the only thing that's keeping me going is I've been doing a lot of stuff for football, and I've been doing a lot of painting lately, doing some videos with Andrew and whatnot. And we just launched a new question video, so that's helping out. Let's see here if I can get a little closer with that help. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. All right, I'm going to do that. All right. So, but yeah, we're doing good, Jeff. I hope you're doing well, man. How's it going down there? I know you guys were able to play football. Are your kids back in school yet? Because they're going to be opening high schools up here in about 2 weeks. So next week I got to go in for training, which I don't know what kind of training I can go in for after 30 years of teaching. But we're going to go in there and they're going to teach us some stuff, and then we're going to get back to it, So should be interesting. So, all right, young lady, let's get a little bit of this fire orange on you. I got to tell you, I bought a set of Reaper paints. I got to say maybe 10 years ago. And they lasted me all this time. And, I've replaced a few here and there and whatnot. But now it seems like they're all just running out at the same time. And it's crazy that I'm doing that. So I'm thinking about buying stuff. So I got some Vallejo, of course, GW, got some Citadel. And I also have some Army Painted. But I'm not too crazy about the Army Painted stuff, I'll be honest with you. It's not as good. I don't know. It's not as good. I was using this the other night. Where is it? Where is my stick to get it out? It's Flames of War paint, which I think is Army Painter, and it's just so it's so watery. It really is. It's so watery that I'm not too crazy about that. Jeff says it's all good here. If you feed them, they grow. Played a lot of board games last year. Lots of camping, hunting, and fishing. Yeah, man. See, like Jeff is a man's man. Jeff is one of those guys like, all right, we got some duct tape and spit and a wire hanger, and then he could hook up like HBO if you go camping with him and stuff. So you get the free HBO with him, you know. All right. Hey, what's up, Bot Master? How are you? I have the entire Army painter range, and without the Vortex mixer, it won't work properly. You know what? I don't have a Vortex mixer, but I do have one of these. I have a nail lacquer shaker, all right? And I'll tell you what, this thing is great. It's loud as hell. I know the Vortex one is good, but this one was about 20 bucks. But also, too, I will say that there's no agitator in here. And I think that's a problem, man. I think that's an issue. That the agitator inside of it doesn't really, it's not doing anything. So, you know, so I don't know. I'm thinking of, but you know, let me ask you, Bot Master, if you're out there with the Army painter, is it definitely worth it? Because I know I know they got some decent stuff. I know their shades and their washes are good. I'm just wondering, you know, is it worth it to just definitely get a whole set? That's my question of the day is that, you know, just painted Christ Pearl starter set with all the Steiner's colored primers only. Great minis, fun game. Yeah, Jeff, I got to tell you, man, the game is good. The minis are pretty good, but I got to tell you, this girl here gave me the hardest time. Lots of gaps. Her head, even right now, is not setting right. I had to like dig it out and whatnot. But yeah, I the airbrush, I only use the Stynylrez. I love the Stynylrez. It really makes a big difference, you know. Okay, Morton mixes up on a more molecular level versus shaking. It's a lab piece of equipment versus shaker. I really suggest one. Yeah, you know, I know that's I know that when I was doing chemistry in college, and they would put the test tubes in there, and it would vortex it up, and it was centrifugal force to mix it up. It makes a little like almost like a tornado in there, and you know, it was pretty good. This one was a lot cheaper, but you know that. Now, let me ask you, Bot Master. Let me ask you. I know you're putting, you know, like this one I strapped down with the Vortex. You put it in and you hold it and go. Is that a pain in the butt, or is it easy to do? That's my question to you. All right. Let's see. Well, and some Agris Earthshade. Yeah. Well, that's Liquid Talent right there. Agris Earthshade. Let's see. It's 100% worth it. Okay. It's definitely worth it. All right. It might be something I got to look into, because I did get this one and it's been working pretty good. But the Vortex one, I know it's, what is it, about 50 bucks or something like that. I think it's about $60 or something like that. You know, yes, I use Minwax Poly for my shade, protects the mini. The only downside is quite glossy. You know, I got to tell you, I don't know if Jeff's still here. Jeff uses that stuff religiously. You know, if you ever watch his channel is Engineer Jeff, right? I watched him do some stuff, and basically he was using that. So Andrew and I did a long time ago, and there's definitely a video. We definitely have a video up of we did the Minwax. We painted these Tyranid gargoyles. Now I'm talking about 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, and we dipped them and we did it outside, and they came out very, very leathery. But for the Tyranids, they came out really good. You know what I mean? It's really good. I definitely would use it, but it does, like you said, it does get glossy. But can you get the shine off with, like, say, clear coat, or with the like crystal clear, or like a matte finish or something like that? I was wondering if you could do that. Easier results will honestly surprise you. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, Bot Master, I'm really thinking about it, because it's just I'm tired of, you know, I got the wet palette going. If you could see, I got the wet palette here going. You know, it's really changed the way you paint. I've painted. Also, you know, maybe it'd be good if I could do a nail shaker and Vortex comparison. That might be cool, you know. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, if you say it's good, it's good. I could imagine. Let's see. Yeah, I used a clear primer and just two crayons. I'm sorry. Yeah, I used a clear primer and just a quick pass or two, and it dulled it nice. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. You know what it is? It's the patience. Sometimes I know when I do it, sometimes I get a little bit too heavy-handed when it comes to the putting on the clear coat. Sometimes I'll really get a little heavy-handed with it, but you gotta make sure you don't do that because then you kill the mini. But yeah, you could dull it down unless that's what you're going for. But yeah, the Minwax is a way to go, man. And it's so much cheaper. I know that it's about a third the price for twice as much as the Army Painter. We're doing clear matte primer. Now, that's what I've been. You know what? I've been using. I've been using those cans on my terrain. So I printed some stuff up. Here, I'll give you guys a look. This is some of the stuff I've printed. So this was. I'm not done with it, but this is a Shinto temple here. Okay, and I used the Hunter Green on the top here. All right, and then what I used. This is espresso, and I used the Rust-Oleum primer. Okay. And I know, I'm gonna, paint all this, paint the stonework a different color. I like to use the gray. And over here, I'm gonna dry brush on top here, some of that. But I gotta tell you, man, those Rust-Oleum primers, they're fantastic. They really work great, man. They really, really do work great. And like here, these are the sake barrels I did, and I used the Rust-Oleum primer on them. Let's see if you can see it better. So yeah, my viewpoint is here, but the computer's over there. So because that's the way I have it set up for painting. But so if you see, let's see here. All right, that's a little better. I just used that here, and then I washed it. And the wash I use Les's recipe with some ink, some matte medium, some distilled water. You want to use distilled water because then it starts to stink later on. I never believed that until I got it. And then I don't know, what it is around you guys. Distilled water over here is like 99 cents for a gallon. So I buy 3 gallons at a time because I use it for some other stuff. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. But the Rust-Oleum primers are great, man. Yeah, Botmaster, Rust-Oleum is great. I'll tell you what, you go to Home Depot, and they're $3.39 a piece, I think, and it's really. I should put a model here, right? It's really, really excellent. They're really, really for the price and what you get. It's really excellent. So, all right, I'm not too crazy about the red hair here. I put the red in here. I might have to do a little bit. Go back with the rust a little bit. All right, so we learned a lot today. We learned that the Vortex mixer is really good, and the Rust-Oleum is great. I did in the video that I put out about the working with the samurai houses, the feudal things. I 3D printed them and then I painted them. I used the rattle can primers, and I mean, now that the weather's getting better, going outside and doing the rattle can is just that's the way to go, man. It really is. It saves a lot. I know people are. I mean, I have an airbrush. I love my airbrush. I use it all the time, but sometimes a rattle can 1, 2, 3. You can do a whole army. You could prime coat a whole army in 5 minutes. Let it dry, and then come back out and throw a coat of, say, Hunter Green espresso or the orange, whatever color you're looking for. And it'll really, really, really it'll really save you a lot of time. I mean, doing it with the airbrush is awesome. I prime these outside, but then I hit her with the airbrush, and I love the fact that you can get in there with certain colors. But Sometimes time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, you know. You want to get that these guys on the table. That's what I'm trying to do now. And we just ordered 4 more minis, 2 boxes coming in. So I don't know what's going on with this stupid webcam. I really don't. What Botmaster saying? The mixer turns some of my paints from my collection to blah too amazing. The issue Army painters that they put too much medium because it may sit on the shelves for years. Yeah, that's true. You know, a lot of the paints get stuck there and whatever. So let's see. Army painters tell you likely shake and pour out the medium before fully shaking. Yeah. Okay, that's a good tip. Maybe that's what I didn't do with this one here. Now I don't know if this is an Army painter one. Let me see if it is. I got to look in my specs here. I'm assuming that this was Army painter, but it just got Flames of War all over the place on it. You know. I don't know what to do with this webcam. I got to make it closer. Is that the only way it's going to work? She's still a little blurry. All right. I'm going to apologize. You know, this live streaming thing is new to me. I'm an old dog, man. This dog doesn't have too many tricks left in him, but you know, I like doing this, talking to you guys and painting, man. It's really cool. It's like we're in the same room hanging out. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, doing getting a little hobby done, or even if you're just hanging out and talking, that's awesome. So I know that ES is working on some Indians ready for the French Indian War 1812. Anybody else working on anything? Any games you've been playing or whatnot, you know? Let's see. Yeah, Army Painter has a Flames of War bolt action and zombie sign paint lines. They aren't even rebands either. The original colors, they are the original colors, which is cool. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So this one here, the brown that I was talking about, where did I put it? This one here is an Army Painter. You know what? It has that Army Painter feel to it, you know. So, but I don't know. Kind of like the Vallejo, but I do like the Reaper too. It's like I wish I could have every paint set. I really do. So that's the hard thing. I have a set of Wookiees almost done for a small commission. Yeah. So Walter, are you guys playing Legion up there? Because we were playing in here for a while, but after a while, you know, it was like every week they were coming out with stuff, but every week they you know, you had to buy something every week, and we got a little tired of it, and some of the mechanics were a little off. You know, we weren't too crazy about it, but I did like it. I did like running Empire, but after a while, Empire versus Rebellion was getting a little stale. So, you know, it's like anything else, you got to have a community around you to be able to support that game. You know. So let's see here. What's that? Botmaster. I'm building a Dwarven Stronghold terrain piece right now. Very cool. Now, are you printing that or did you buy it? Because, you know, here on Family Gamers, we're printing a lot of stuff. I think I have triple the terrain. I had to stop printing terrain. That's how much terrain we had, you know. So that's what we've been doing. over here was Walter doing. Been doing a TT RPG for Pathfinder / the Council of Worms, and they need dinosaurs for that. That's cool. Very cool. You know, so yeah, Walter, you gotta if you're in the Discord, man. I know you're in the Discord. Throw up some pictures, man. I love to see what you're doing. Definitely throw up some pictures, and if you're not in the Discord, you definitely should be. We had a really good set of people in there, man. I love going to our Discord. Joel's Group R, but I have a friend that hands me stuff for him to paint. All right, that's cool. Oh, you know what? Maybe one day me and Joel get together, play some Legion. I know there's a group down here that's been playing it. I was wondering maybe I should jump in with those guys, playing a little bit of Legion. So, all right, let's get some of this going here. I'll start painting the base because Miss Widow is almost done. So let's start doing that. I should really get some black on my palette. I build my terrain with a Proxxon hot wire table if XPF foam from scratch. Oh, all right. All right, so you're going completely scratch built. That's pretty good, man. I really do like I'm watching Terrain Tutor or my boy Bill Foreman. Like Bill's another guy, one of those guys that like give him a little spit and some vinegar and some aluminum foil, and he'll build you a whole rack of terrain for your whole shelf full of terrain for your minis, and that's pretty cool. Proxxon hot wire table, yeah. I was thinking about that, and then I went the non-creative way and went with a 3D printer, which I tell you what, man, I love that damn thing. I've been using and printing stuff that we need for the games. I think it's really upped the game. I know backing the Dead Zone Kickstarter, that wasn't a Dead Zone Kickstarter, but it was straight up terrain from Dead Zone, and in the Kickstarter they had Dead Zone models, so it was definitely Dead Zone Kickstarter, but using that, and it really just printing it saved me a lot of time and heartache, because I was going to get a whole foam thing. I had foam here, and I love the printing of it, but I wish I had a little bit more skill to be able to do building terrain from scratch. But I'd love to see it. Botmaster, definitely, man. I want to see some of your stuff. If you could throw it up in the Discord, our Discord, I'd love to see it, man, because that gets me all jazzed up. When a guy knows how to do terrain and makes the table look good, that's what we're trying to do with our battle reports. We're trying to up our battle report game a lot, because you don't want to see a I've seen battle reports where I wouldn't say too much, but not enough. You want to get that really good feel of just right. So I think with our last few Test of Honor videos, we did a few Test of Honor bat reps, and it was a lot of, I wanted to make sure there was enough stuff on it. And we did a frost one where we had just the trees up without the foliage, and then we did a bunch of other ones with the foliage. And it really makes a big difference on the table. It really does. And I know what I loved was when I used to play D&D, we used to just kind of have a map and the miniatures, and what we would do with the miniatures, we just have it surrounded for combat. But I know now guys are doing like elaborate dungeons and whatnot, and that's fantastic. That's what you want to see, man. Good stuff like that. So, all right, I'm making a mess over here. This stuff is running all over the place. But I'm going to get my colors out here for the bricks. And what I use is a rust brown. And I got a secret that I use for the darker bricks, which is this stuff, which is walnut brown. Okay. This stuff here, when it dries, looks like a brick. those darker bricks you see on the old buildings. I know I used to have a house. I mean, I grew up in New York, and still live in New York, but I'm saying in New York proper, and yeah, they that was the bricks. There was some darker ones, some lighter ones. So I'll get this going here. Some of these bricks here. I was thinking to keep that grading black, but since she's a black miniature, might not. It's a little too much black. I want to put a little more color in it. I know the bricks are going to come out red here, matching her hair. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. I was wondering if you guys. We did put out a video. I put out a video today of Wargaming question. I want to try to do that every week because there's a bunch of questions I want to ask, but I want to know what everybody else does. So, see, that's looking pretty decent over here. This walnut brown, if you're going to excuse me, I don't have the Vortex yet, but I'm going to use my shaker. And it's weird because it makes a certain sound when it's totally mixed. All right, here we go. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's a brown. It's not a. It looks black, but when it dries, it's just a really dark brown. And I remember on the side of the house that I used to live in when I was growing up, we had half of it was brick, and then the other half was that vinyl siding, and there was these dark bricks, every other brick or something like that. So, yeah, all right, I think I kind of like that. So now I got to paint this. Maybe dry brush it silver. We're still a little wet here, but I'm digging the way she's coming out. All right, let's see here. Wow, I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of stuff, Joel. Here, XPF here. Okay. Right now, I'm building 10 tables of terrain to replace my club's terrain that is damaged and falling apart. We built it 20 years ago, and this is my gift to them in the community. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what it is? You're playing there, but stuff that built 20 years ago is starting to fall apart, man. That's pretty good. It lasted that long, but that's awesome, man. Botmaster, man among men, right there, taking care of business, taking care of his hobby store. I like that, man. Sounds good. Let's see here. I did a table for the Transformers miniatures game made out of a classic TV and film 80s and 90s building in 10 millimeters. Moe's Tavern, Back to the Future, Clock Tower, Ghostbusters, Firehouse, etc. Man, dude, I gotta see this, man. You gotta put the pictures on the Discord. If you could do that, that'd be great. It'll be in the link below, or if you can go to our channel or whatever, or even the Facebook, it's all listed there. Let's see here. What Transformers miniature game? And he said, that is my main game I play. Which one is that? Because I know there's, if I'm not mistaken, I know there's a few of them. So which one are you talking about there? Because I'd like to see that. I'm going to reach over here for my silver. I go with the cheap silver right here, 99-cent Martha Stewart. Actually, it went up. It's like almost like $2 now, but it lasts you forever. Okay. Yeah, man, definitely come down. And then when you come in, I don't know if your name is Botmaster in it, but if it is, let us know because I want to know. I like to know who's who in the Discord because we all have those cool names or whatever. I'm Coach. You know, everybody knows me. I'm Coach. So I'm the easier. I'm the easy guy to see what's what. Let's see. I worked for Traders Galaxy, who made the Transformers miniature game. Now it's off-brand version called Bot War. Oh man, listen, we got going to have a guest on the show. I think maybe next week, but I'm trying to work it out. Where my buddy Rob, who we used to do Dead Zone the podcast, and we did a team building exercise. They run a show called, my brain doesn't work sometimes. Mobile Armor Radio. I'm sorry, that's it. And they would probably love to see that stuff. But yeah, I love, if anybody's a fan of sci-fi, that Transformers is man, that's old childhood, man. I'm a child of the 80s. So that stuff really was, we grew up on that stuff. That G.I. Joe, Thundercats, all that good stuff. So I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm dating myself here, but I don't really care because I am young at heart. I'm trying to beat this aging thing with every step of the way I go. You guys remember Battle of the Planets, which I think it was Gatchaman in Japanese, but it really that was one of my favorite shows. And then it ended up in a cliffhanger, and they canceled it. And I'm trying to see what happened when Zoltan, I think he was a woman or something like that. It just was insane, So, all right. So I did a little cheap. And I think that, I don't know if you guys can see it that good. This light's a little harsh. Let me see if I can get on an angle here like this. Yeah, that came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So the Widder is almost done. She's got some yellow things in the middle, but I'll probably have to do that. I'll probably have to do that with off camera because I got to get in there and I can't see too good anymore. So yeah, brother, with Kia. Remember Kia? He was cool, but really annoying. But did you notice that when Jason and Mark and all them, they all had the bell bottoms. They were like hip 70s kids, they were really in fashion, with the bell bottom jeans and running around and the funky music and whatnot. But yeah, that show was awesome, and we always tried to make that Sonic thing out of wood. I remember a buddy of mine tried to make Mark's weapon out of wood, and that didn't work out too good. I think I probably could print it, probably find the file for it on Thingiverse and print that up. But yeah, Gatchaman was Battle of Planets was the way to go, man. I love that was the greatest show. I remember stopping what we were doing, coming inside to watch that, and then going back outside because for you youngins, you couldn't just buy a whole season and watch it, or maybe pirate it and watch it. You actually had to watch it. There was no VCRs back there, and if you had more than 4 channels, you were lucky. And then one of them was the Spanish channel, which I don't speak Spanish. I kind of understand it. I think I could speak it. You get a few drinks in me, I think I could speak Spanish, but I would watch for Telemundo because they'd have wrestling, and that was before the whole WWF or the WWF came around, and you had to actually watch the shows, and if you missed it, you missed it, and that was the bad thing. But I was astonished to see that Battle of the Planets had, man, like over 100 shows. I was just doing a little research, checking it out, and the thing that really got me going, some of you guys might have heard me talk about it on some of the podcasts or some of the shows. We have a place, we call it the Messy Hobby Shop out here, but he's got everything, and they have a huge Battle Planet ship. Here's a good question. Yes, I know you're saying you'd watched it before. What was the name of the ship? You know, without Googling it, do you guys know? So, you know, that's a good question. So here, what 3D printer do you have? And you ever tried printing 3D files from a video game? I have a Ender 3 Pro, and I just did some upgrades to it because I'm not very mechanical. You know, I'm a coach. I'm a football coach, a wrestling coach. You know, I'm one of those guys. So technically, I'm not that inclined. But yeah, I did some upgrades to it, and I just put a glass bed on it about 2 months ago, and it's fantastic. And I really do like the printing aspect of it because, especially for terrain, I think I want to try to get like maybe an Elgo Mars or something like that for printing up miniatures, because I backed a few Kickstarters and I tried to print some miniatures up. Let me see. I got a few hanging around here. So all right. So here's some of the miniatures I have. So like I was trying to print up this guy, and it was the Yamana. He's called the Yamana monk. All right. And I couldn't get the staff. And when I got this and I situated and stuff, and I think maybe if I printed it to be 32 millimeters, it would have been better. But it didn't really work out. And then I printed these guys. So these guys were ninjas. I did the Asian Kickstarter, Asian Adventures Kickstarter. All right. So this guy came out pretty good. Okay. He really did. But the sword's a little wonky. But you know what? I figured he's a ninja. You know, the Iga clan, and they didn't really have the greatest weapons there. Then this girl here, female ninja, Konichi, I forget what it was. Another one with a plunging neckline. I don't know. I don't want to be too, I don't know. So I just printed her up, and you know, she came out pretty good, but her feet are messed up. So what I did was when I did the base, I put, I do the base first, and I did the mini first and the base separately. And then what I did was I put a tuft there. So now you can't see, but her foot is mangled. All right. It really is messed up there. And then this guy here, which is one of my favorite poses, but this sword is from Test of Honor. So what I did was I cut the sword off and I modeled it and I did it like that. But this was the best 3 guys that I've ever printed as far as miniatures are concerned for this size, because I had to condense them down. I think I had to make them about 82% to make them about the same size as the regular, like say a Test of Honor guy here. So they're about the same size. All right. But right now, that's what I did. But I think with the resin printer is the way to go for miniatures. But that's not, I don't have a resin printer, so I'm doing what I have to do. As far as printing 3D printers from the a video game, yeah, I don't know. I haven't done that, you know, like some stuff. I did print up a really cool Michael Jackson thing for my daughter. My daughter loves Michael Jackson. So, you know, I printed up something for her on her birthday. It was kind of like Smooth Criminal, but it was actually life size. I don't know how I was going to print it, but I got it. It was about 12 inches tall, which is the range of my my printer. So it worked out good there. But I files from video games? No, I haven't. Well, what do you mean by that? You know, like you know, like which particular video games? You know. So I'm not too sure. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, man. Some of us old guys, we got to stick around. We got to get these young kids for their money. That's why I like teaching. I teach high school kids, and they're the kids who keep me young, man. You know, they really do keep me young. I try to keep up with them, run around here and stuff, and it makes me feel young. Yes, you can't remember. I think that's going back to the the Battle of the Planet ship. Now I gotta find that. Now I gotta figure out what it was. Master, nice. Oh, it's are you talking about the 3D printer, right? Yeah, thank you. It's I love it, man. I don't know. I know there's lots of printers out there, but I have not had a problem with the uh, Ender 3 Pro. I got it. I got it pretty good. I think it was about 210, 220 with the shipping, and it came quick. I was a little trepidatious, but I put it together and it worked out really good. Um, you know that. I haven't had a problem with it. I just love it. I love it so much. So, I was thinking of getting another one, but then I said, you know what, I should really look into getting a resin printer because it's a lot better detail. But for printing, printing terrain, it's great. Like I've been printing this stuff. I'm gonna pull out here, guys, a little bit. So like stuff like this comes out really nice. I really do think that this is one of the things that I printed here, and I'm trying to do like a whole ice thing. It's really like, I'm knocking things over for the mats and stuff. See, like this guy was red. That's the red filament, but this is not painted, obviously. But and I could tell too, if you notice here, like here I got some nice coverage right here, and as we go, because my bed wasn't leveled, so I leveled the bed and I moved the bed down. And I fixed some stuff, and it actually started to really come together nice. So if you do that, and then little things like this, like the like this is we were using for Test of Honor. I just put it on a poker chip, but just doing something like this, printing it up. This was from a Asian Adventure Kickstarter. Really, that stuff is great, man. I mean, little barrels like this, things like that just really make the table come alive. So I really do love the printing aspect. And what can I make to do this? And I said, look good, this or that. Watching movies and stuff and being able to recreate some stuff like that really is what I like to do. Let's see. Yes, that's cool. I'm sorry, I'm showing you stuff, but I don't know what's cool. But I'm assuming that some of the stuff that we printed was cool. So appreciate that. And let's see here. I'd say a 3D file from, say, Call of Duty. You know what? I've never had anything like that. I've never had printed something like that. But you know what the thing is you got to find the file. So if you can find the file, or somebody has a Kickstarter or does something like that, then it becomes a little bit easier to print that. You know what I mean? I'm not at the stage yet where I'm doing my own files, like 3D printing files or making my own. Right now I'm kind of waiting on other people to do stuff, which there are artists out there and guys that are a little bit more savvy when it comes to that. So I'm going to rely on them to do it. But then I think eventually, because in the high school that I teach at, there's a 3D printer lab, and they have a guy who comes in who donated stuff. And these things are huge. And I'd like to maybe get in there just to get myself some printing. But, if they're going to teach the kids how to 3D print, I was wondering if I could maybe sit in a class or maybe kind of teach myself and learn and have a place to go to ask somebody. I would really like to do that, to design some stuff. What I would design, I don't know. At this point, I do it. But, when you think about it and you start getting into it, like anything else, Botmaster probably, same thing. Like you think of stuff and then you make what you want. You're only limited by your imagination. So, STL, yeah, that's the STL files. That's what they're called. So that's what you do. You take the STL file and you put it into a slicer, and then what the slicer does is it's basically tells your printer, whatever printer you have, what it translates it into it, and then the printer's able to read it, and then you have to use a micro SD card from the computer to the printer, and then there it will be able to print, and then it'll give you an estimation. I've been doing pretty good though. Like if it's a 20-hour print, I've been printing the stuff in like less than 20 hours. So if it's like let's say a 20-hour print, I'm printing my stuff about maybe 19 or 18 and a half. For some reason, the Ender, my Ender 3 Pro has really been cooking on all cylinders. I'm not they didn't send it to me. I'm not sponsored by them, but man, it really works good. So I want to brighten these guys up a little bit here. So there we go. A little bit there. Let's see what happens when that dries. Okay. On Thingiverse, there's an entire catalog of files for every G.I. Joe vehicle in 28 millimeter and 10 millimeter, along with footsore miniatures, USA G.I. Joe miniatures. I would make it a fun game. Yeah, you know what? I've been doing a lot of the Mortal God stuff from Footsore, and their miniatures are really nice. I know some of the stuff was from Vitrix, but yeah, on Thingiverse, the catalog for every G.I. Joe vehicle in 28 and 10. Yeah, I saw that. And, there's a few things, some of the Patreon guys have it. It's really, really, really cool. You can really almost get, you can get almost anything now. I've seen some, I don't know if you can hear, that's the Discord in the back. I think Walter just posted some of his pictures up there, the G.I. Joe miniatures, and I know Footsore's coming out with some modern miniatures. So that's pretty cool. So I want to fix her hair a little bit here. I want to get some dark in there because it's not really too defined, and then I can maybe work the highlights back up. So here we go. I was thinking about getting a few 1/6 scale minute figures, posing them with a 3D scanner, and then scaling it down. Yeah. Now, ES, do you have a printer? And if you do, what kind do you have? Just wondering. Because, I could talk about 3D printing all the time. I think when Rob comes on, we can do that. And then I got another guy, Rick, my buddy Rick, who runs the Dead Zone the podcast now. We can get them on. And he does have a resin and a FDM printer. Let's see. At Botmaster, get the G.I. Joes on TTS. Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. Us old guys, man, growing up with G.I. Joe, man. Who was your favorite Joe? I'm going to go with the old favorite. My favorite was Snake Eyes. I was always into martial arts, and when I was younger, the ninja movies come out with Sho Kosugi, the Enter the Ninja, and those movies came out and really shocked everybody. That was the Legend of the Ninja came. So, the myth of the ninja was great. It was Sho Kosugi, man. That first movie, Franco Nero was in it. Oh man, that was awesome. Some guy could fight with all these different weapons and whatnot. It was a ton of fun. That movie was one of my favorites. Growing up, Enter the Dragon. Then you got Forced Vengeances from Chuck Norris was in there. It was great. Let's see. No printer, just a thought. Yeah. You know what? It's really cost effective. I'll tell you what. After printing the terrain, I'd say after my first spool of terrain, I broke even with the printer. With all the terrain I made and whatnot, it just, you could have some really, really good stuff going on, Baroness, my art dresses up as her for Halloween, but back in the day it was Footloose. Oh, all right. Yeah. The Baroness and Footloose. I could, that must be, you guys must be awesome on Halloween. Let's see. And Dusty. Who is Dusty? That I don't remember. I know about like Flag and General Flag and Scarlet, all those guys. The first generation of them. So. But hey guys, listen, I think I'm done with the Widow here. I got one thing to do on her on there, but I'm going to have to get really in close and personal with her. And what happened? I got a little piece there. I'm going to finish this, do a little bit of the black here. That going. I think I'm going to call her done. Glad I got her done. I got a few more left in the core set. So let's see. My first figure was heavy metal with the Mobat. Gravitated more towards the characters, more to the character sci-fi. Yeah, I can get you. Spirit with the eagle. Yes, that was another one. And the Cobra Arctic guy was cool too. Yeah. Well, my favorite Cobra guy was Storm Shadow. So Snake and Storm Shadow, who happened to be brothers. So I used to like the comic book because they both had the tattoo on their forearm. We found that out. I remember it was G.I. Joe number 16 in the comic books where they there was no words. The whole book was it was all just them. Snake Eyes was infiltrating a place with Storm Shadow, and he gets away. So that was the one of my favorite G.I. Joe books, which I don't know how much it's worth now, but I know I have at least 2 of them. But hey, guys, listen, this has been a blast. All right, we figure we'd keep it to an hour. We're going to try to do this every week. I think next week we're going to have Andrew back. We're going to do have a guest on, talk about some stuff. We got a lot of good things coming. I think Andrew's going to be doing some really, really cool stuff with board games. He's very into board games now and different strategies and whatnot, and some of the newer games that are out there, some of the old favorites. So keep an eye out for that. We have a new video coming out on Friday. It's going to be about containment protocols. Containment protocol, we're starting to really get into that. We really do like it. Also, I just put up the wargaming question. So if you check that out, and if you want your question answered, you could just go down below and do it there. We also have a Patreon that helps out because, like this stuff we have to pay for and whatnot. And I'm trying. The next thing we want to do is we want to get a better light system for the base for the where we do the battle reports. And I want to get my main goal is I want to get a camera that has a Bluetooth that we can clip on, and we can give you better audio in the battle reports. But I want to say thank you guys for hanging out. Some of you guys have been here for the whole time. I really do appreciate it. I'm flattered and flabbergasted that you guys want to hang out, and I appreciate it. We'll do this next week, same time, same bat channel, and I hope you're doing well. Please stay safe out there so I can roll some dice with you guys. And join the Discord. Tell me who you are because I want to keep this conversation going, all right? So from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you later. Take care.